Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I am coming to you all with another discussion in regards to disadvantaged thinking to a prosperous thinker by Komika Price. The book is on Amazon. I have not been connecting the link on the previous lives that I had after 10, I think, but number one, two, three, four, five, the link is there. Interested in where's the book. Thank you so very much for being interested. God bless you. And I'm going to start with a discussion in regards to relationships and relation, in regards to disadvantaged thinking to a prosperous thinker. And that's more of in the area of courage when you're stepping out and interacting with others and coming out and of yourself thinking. All right, so I'm going to put my book down. Thank you. Right. All right, and then courage, it has keys. And when you're understanding and have knowledge, of the project has reason. And we're talking about relationships and relations. And so also understanding and encourage, we write things down. I'm a writer, so I talk about writing all the time. I'm just going over the keys and courage that's in the book and rendering achievable tasks that shall add up to actual accomplishments. That's another key that's encouraged in the book, which what we apply in the program. Another key is apply yourself, and if you fall, stand back up 8 times. I just briefly and roughly went through the keys in courage in the book here, and we're going to get into our discussion part 3. Now, previously, I had film about relationships and relations. Where I was at with how we have relatives and we're in relation with people, or as and I'm not in front of my keys, but I was given 3 different areas of about relationships, and so the 3 different personal relationship, um, a kinship, a relative, and interrelated. So that is just really being able to connect yourself in a divine area when you become whole and understanding who you are with who you interact with and how you need to go on and perform within the home, outside the home, in the community, and with others and at work. So relationships is so important, and relations is a process, and that is so important to understand your position in it and how our relationship um, can transition. But what you want to do is make sure who you are so that you're attaching yourself properly with others and being respected and being able to respect others. So, okay, never forget that a relationship happens in order, for all of us to be here. There was a relationship, for birth of a little one, for a project to be done in this environment I am. There was a relationship of a team that came together and made this happen. Um, Relationships are very powerful, and all relationships are not pleasing to the eye, to man or to the man, to God. And some are never pleasing, you know. So that is not for no individual to judge. It's just for you to line up and get in a very visual way for yourself to produce what you want for you and knowing who you are and becoming the person who you're supposed to be because you are a book yourself. And I had talked about that in previous a previous filming under. I don't know what number it was, but it was an area where they were giving out live training on how to publish your own book. It is so great to gain knowledge of things and read things, and it's something to even know that you can understand what you read. And so we talk about particular things that we understand, or we have this type of understanding because of what we've been taught this way. But once we gain a greater knowledge of that way that we were taught, some things get altered in our lives, okay? And it's all, some things happen because of what you learn and read in relationships, okay? But when you go in a way, there's a divine way, and there's a way that you can go. But that is going to really connect with you within yourself, and when you're really true to yourself, you can be whole in who you are and walk in who you are, with no judgment. Be who you are. But when you're in a relationship, you have to identify and line up with divine ways for it to connect. All right. So also wanted to talk about cultures and people in the household. There's relationships. There's a father and a mother. Filming that I had, a live that I had, I was talking about fathers, the soul seer, the head, the position, that actual model, the need of that position is so great. And family is great in community and is great in order and structure. But individuals have different cultures and different ways of living within the homes. And once you become of age, you have choices in life. So there is where we're talking about who we are and thinking and going down lines of um, who you want to be. You could be anything you want to be here. And the land of living, what the land of living allows you. But one thing you want to learn when you want to be something, love and willing to listen and learn are strong tools for relationship. A lot of things we do because it's our environment, it's who we around, it's who we in relationship with, and the things that we choose to do. Sometimes it's hard to alter that environment and relationship to even be the person that you want to be, because it is so rooted. And one thing about family, that just, things can be broken and divided, but you can't pick and choose your family. And you always need to get in a great place and love and relationship to love your family, even if you can be around them or not. You want to have peace within yourself and also be in relationship that you'll be able to gain peace, especially with family, making it clear, being able to move forward, not losing any sleep or even days of being disrespectful to parents. It's written. The Father is everything. The Father is the seed. The Father is the beginning. All of us come here through the Father. Father, you know, um, and you have to acknowledge that even if it was broken, a lot of our lives has continued without that proper structure. And when I say that, it began there, and so therefore, it's different, you know, outcomes that come from a multiple different and divine ways of being produced. But we want to acknowledge who we are and how we got here so we can be whole to be able to be in a great relationship and walk in holiness and looking to the left and right and how this person looking at me and taking me. Just learning how to be real within yourself. You don't even have to say anything, but be who you are and great in who you are and whatever that relationship is, perform well. A lot of times when we're in a relationship, we need help, and a relationship is so great when you have great help, you know, um, with the ones that you have a relationship with. So we want to practice love and willingness to listen and learn and start. Those tools are so great when everyone is so different. Don't nobody have to jump on your boat in order for you to be accepted or for you to accept them. But you just have to stand strong in your water. And when you stand strong in your water, um, time builds that relationship. That's what you got to give you. Everybody want to do everything, that relationships can have as quick as possible. But the real value in a relationship is the time. You know, um, it is short times you have such great moments, and it is long jeopardy that that is much valuable than anything. And so we look to a head or a way to be properly instructed in life, okay? So that's a real good form of finding good relationships because you see those true values and things that you have seen, how a father is. I have seen how a provider provides, and I have experienced the struggle in coming through and persevering. And also, I understand the conditions and ways and the ways we were taught and how we receive things may not be the whole opportunity to even produce what we actually were taught. A lot of times we get into relationships and it's common things that you have that's going on. But what I want to really talk about is ourselves and knowing who we are and how we can be a divine connection within our community, within our home, with others. And previously, I was talking about how you can just kind of learn to remove your time from individuals, and it's nothing negative against them. It's about structuring you and getting yourself in a good place to gain better relationships, to apply that time, to give it what it needs so you can have what you want in life. And it can be whatever it is on any level. We want this type of exercise in our muscle and mind of being things. We want this type of exercise to be in our mind like a muscle, okay? We want to really use muscle memory practices, okay? That's what I really want to talk about, muscle memory practices. I want to bring it all the way into teamwork. And when you see someone come to a place and how you need to be in relationship with the team for only that one purpose. But sometimes we have to use memory, some type of muscle memory practice that we actually need to use to keep ourselves connected. Love, prayer, something, admit, think. That's when we go back to think. Now, relationships has a lot of things to do with courage, but using that proper muscle memory by practicing, it takes a lot of arts in the mind, okay, and then we talked about her too. So what you want to do naturally is be of a good person and be of a good nature when you're in relationships with others. There's a lot of relationships that's going on. People just don't have no problem with, you know, being disrespectful one another and then still being around each other and all the different things. It's just flow forward. People don't take it for granted. And when you kind of put yourself in a position like, hey, I'm not going to deal with certain things, and then they may feel like you're just probably too serious. But it ain't that. Individuals hopefully are not too serious and mind blown by someone else's action. You may be practicing muscle memory, focusing on the proper relationships that you need to have and getting yourself in the place that you need to be who you are and what you want. Okay, because with the book here, we're writing down our goals and we're going to write things and make it plain. And we're also going to talk about ourselves and come into ourselves about who we are, who we deal with to make us who we are, and also to connect with people the proper way. You know, actually, I have been out. I'm talking about this because I have been out gaining, refreshing my relationships with others. and a very outgoing individual in a positive way. And just so happened God has brought people from out of town near, um, just coincidentally in the same place, just all different type of things that caused me to come across a lot of people. Even on this holiday, I have seen a lot of my blood family, and I'm gonna talk about that relationship here because I'm gonna tell you that relationship is like so touching. I actually never withdraw myself from my family, but I actually been away from my family for a moment, and I've been in relationship with, and have seen and been physically in contact with. You see the people that look like you and the people that you love and that you loved on and that you just love, you know, it just get too personal. It just get too loving. It just get too kind, and you just gotta be loving, willing to listen, and learn them at this place, respect that. Thanking God for the opportunity at this time because I lost a sister in this season of this pandemic, and that is like, wow, I pretty much felt like we were safe. So that's one of the conversation, or when we meet up with each other, and then I haven't seen everybody either. But I'm gonna tell you, every time I see my people, it is just like a roar of love. It's just like a link up team type of situation in my heart. I always been able to do things, but that don't matter no more. And that's what I'm walking in a better thinking, in a better relationship, and a better understanding of a true relationship as my position in my family. I'm an auntie, and I am a mom now. Um, I'm a sister. My mom is in heaven, but I'm a daughter. I'm a niece. I'm a granddaughter. And I love all those positions. I see my auntie, and oh my God, I love her so much. Oh my God, we done had so many years of good times and overnights with each other. You can just really get into good found and ground memories in that, and that's a good relationship. And then we want to talk about relationships of you being productive, you being a being and who you are, physically active in a life of being able to take care of yourself. The people you around, are they contributing to your life? Are they positive individual that will give you a positive practice with your mind, that muscle memory that you need to get up, get out, and get something, or get out and be a part of something. So it's just so important to value relationships, value who you are involved with. When I say value with who you are involved with, every involvement doesn't have to require a check for you. I want to go pull my book up now about disadvantaged thinking to a prosperous thinker. When you're in relationship with individuals, it's male and female. And then when you're even dealing with individuals, it's going to be male and female. Um, and then it's a lot of things that you do with individuals. And um, that may be like a point within your fleshly matter of you might want to think of things. I'm gonna not use the word male and female no more. Okay, people interacting with each other improperly, you know, um, while they're in relationship for a greater purpose. Right now, relationships are very confusing for a lot of individuals because they have formed different nicknames, and people have sat in different positions and claimed a position. There is no greater relationship but order. All right. Is no greater relationship but order. And you could take that however you want to take it, but you want life and great life, and you want to be productive and be able to eat, and you want to have your home whole and in a growing state, because even like my hair, it doesn't stay in the same state. So anything, any relationship is going to grow up or grow down. So we want to realize what we're in before the outer source gives is divine connection, it's divine purpose, and do his divine work in our relationships. Children are blessings. When you enter this world, we don't want to always go back. Once we become knowledgeable of things, because we read, we become knowledgeable, we come to a point that we understand our language, we understand how to communicate with things. But you got to understand how all of that came about for you to understand to be in this relationship with America, with individuals. Now we got the internet to be able to communicate with each other. This is great knowledge and relationship that have already come past years and years and years and years that one man cannot even grasp. So I was just pretty much thinking, you know, one mind can't think everything, and one skill can't do everything either. So you're going to have to work together. We got a powerful man in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We actually got a face. And I want to just call out anything that don't line up with the need of the body. When you have a face and sacrifice themselves to even gain things, is enough people around to make sure it will work. I won't say any names, but that's what relationship is about. I had set out and went and helped individuals that I feel I want to be able to trust them, and then it was such a blessing to be able to help. And then I went and did things, and God just did a lot of different stuff. But what I wanted was just a positive relationship. A very clean relationship. I'm a woman, I'm a queen. I don't want to interact with nobody, spouse or male or anything, and then they want to make it more than what it is. Wrong relationship. I have high goals, high standards, and I'm very structured in what I do and how I do things. So my relationship has to matter. It just has to matter. Out the gate, my time. I have given um, great information because it's not about me. I'm walking into who I am. I'm walking into the relationships that I should have to be the person I want to be. I actually started this sitting in a corner and wasn't in relationship with anyone because, well, and then the pandemic came, and then so much it just gets you in that position because I was just traveling with my children. And then the relationships that I was coming in contact with, we really wasn't even around each other. So you don't even know where people at. So it's just at the point every time I got around someone, I thought I knew, we'll be in a relationship and it's not no more relationship. So I'm like, Lord, let me revisit, you know, this point in my life and not bump my head anymore because I'm still who I am. And people change on you and make you and put charges on you and want you to still be who you are and who you are to them. But I'm not. I'm looking to reform when this whole Black Lives Matter. I have been through a lot of things secretly that this just did something to me, but I went through in a jail and didn't have many relationships to get the help that I needed. But I'm gonna tell you something, I made it through. I made it through it. I made it. I made it through it. And the only relationships I had, I'm gonna tell you, was contacts that I came in contact with people that were interrelate, you know, those type of relationships. Going out and seeing things, but it was just my children. You know, I had no one I felt to trust. Okay, so I have caused myself to step out and go and talk in this coronavirus. Many times just hopefully practicing social distance, hand sanitize everything, is talking with individuals. And when I talk motivation. I talk about getting it, whatever it is, but just so happened it was something great. When somebody tell me something about something and I find out how to do something, I got great at it. I just started helping some people. Now, I didn't want that relationship to be the helper, but I just wanted to just show the love. Right? I just want to show the love of how you can help. Sorry. How you can help people and be happy for them. you know, and how you happy within yourself and whole within yourself that you want them to be happy too, so that you both can gain a positive relationship that's not in the depths of the struggle that's going on out here. The money is really not the struggle, it's the individual's mind. People truly spending their money wrong, and I see that. And that's a lot of, you keeping it real with yourself, getting your lining yourself up where you need to be, you know, and then also not having yourself amongst individuals, that just don't uplift you, that is just easy. But recognize the relationships you have, value the relationships that you have. You have a good relationship, you have relationships with individuals that's valuable. All right. If you have a relationship with individuals that's valuable, I mean, that's just like sowing. I already know I'm good grounds. If you don't sow it to me, you're going to feel it and you're going to want to have it. You hear me? You want to have it. But the whole thing is that appreciating who you are and who you're around and what you acknowledge that made you great and made you who you are, even if it wasn't a positive impact, overcoming those obstacles. Think, go back into those keys, to be full in who you are when you're operating with others. We want to practice muscle memory in the positive way. We want to get active and always know that one thinker can't think everything, okay? So when you see a head person, a leader in charge or something, don't put the weight on it, okay? Be of help to the body because that head has to have a body, all right? The motions of love, willing to listen and forgive and learn. You know, some things when we have relationships, we don't agree with individuals. We really can't get past things. Sometimes it's just a simple sorry, admitting that you're wrong. Some people it's just some ugly people. They will sit up and just keep on pointing the finger, but all everybody got to do is work on themselves. You know, don't point the finger. Work on yourself. In any argument, just work on yourself. Check yourself. That's what I do. I check myself because get I gotta check myself because I want to live and I won't when I say I won't. And sometimes my actions may not line up with that, but I know what I need to do. So sometimes I just need to check myself, like go in the corner. I thank God I can go in my own corner. I thank God for that. I fight for my own corner to be able to think, operate, and connect properly. All right. Let's start with a good example of a great connection. A lot of people gain friends. How many got friends, or when you talk to individuals and you see them, it'd be like a less than 30 days, they asking and begging, or it just be too personal already, people gotta really realize the value with others and the power of the mind and blessings in being able to do what you're supposed to do. You know, Truly, when two and three touch and agree, God gonna be in the midst. That relationship alone is powerful if you operate and do the right things. You don't have to pull on each other nor take from each other. You know, that's a authentic mind, and so many people operate and float in that area that we all need to structure our relationship for the people to grow. We need to restructure our relationship for the people to grow. It's been a lot of years and people know me, and I'm not rich. No, not at all. No. I promise to God, I'm going to hold me down. Because I love me, That's easy. There ain't no secret or hard what you doing, trying to figure out what I'm doing and how I'm adding stuff up. Wrong relationship when you're around me. Looking me upside my head, trying to figure out wrong relationship. Adding up. No. They ain't even the conversation. If I ask anybody to do something, I'm going to help them while they help me. That's my goal. And when I'm hurt, I'm going to tell you I'm hurt. I ain't really can't tell nobody I'm hurt. I know who to go to. God bless me with great relationships. When I'm hurting, I ain't even got to talk about it. Just be blessing. Like it's a bush around me, I be hurting, right? I done been in a dark place and he was sin, so I know that one relationship is great that I need. So when me as a person connect with others, I'm holding me. If you know me, I ain't even got to say no more. But if you want to get to know me, that's more of this thinking. This is more of divine care. It's more of that umbrella of a network of connection, of great relationships. Look, if the person don't got everything, one person can't have everything. You got to connect. What you got, they need. So you connect. I was on the phone with my sister. Oh, I love her so much. Holidays, just something about my family. We ain't been around each other, but we got on that phone, was networking, and I seen a lot of family. She talked to me and she said, sis, this man got my school. Lord have mercy. I said, oh my God, go up there. They doing this, they doing it. Oh my God, my sister. My sister is a blessing to me. That relationship, all right? That personal relationship, that connection, just saying how you doing and how we talk and the things we bring up, We don't waste no time on no nickname and try to get and slam dunk you and be like, oh, let me get some, none of that. Okay, so we talking and then right while we talking, I'm gonna miss a whole opportunity that I'm really looking to have because it's not really an opportunity for just me. It's that divine connection, you know. And I did just that. I went straight forward, had the time. It wasn't even no words. The Lord had the energy. The kids was there. We went there and we were able to connect and gain a relationship. Only a relationship will register to be a part of the purpose. Now, I'm not on here talking to you. I'm talking to me, okay? Because I have broken friendships. You know what I'm saying? I have broken family ships. I have a lot. These are relationships, and relationships are carried on. Let people leave it. That was a relationship, okay? I hope to see my mother and my sister and my granny and my uncle. Oh, so many. You know what I mean? Again, that's my personal relationship with God and my thinking. Even how I needed to talk to my daughter about relationships because she gained relationships with individuals at a young age, 8 years old. Many, her and other people have seen people leave. All right. So relationships is so important. All right. Respecting one another is, you know, if you are a hungry individual, go where they feeding for free. Don't sit around when people are productive and doing what they got to do, and eat and not be a part of the be in some form of relationship so that you can, that's American have jobs, job, being productive, being productive. 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 Being productive you know, knowing who you are, use a skill, knowing your value, put a ticket on it, write it down, make it plain, walk in it, know who you are, gain a relationship to validate who you are. I'm not an auntie unless I got a niece or a nephew. I'm not a sister until I get a brother or another sister. That's the relationship. Now, some of these relationships that people form in, and I ain't talking into brothers, sisters, all that other stuff. I want to say, um, behind the door relationship, and they is growing in those relationships. Know who you are. Be who you are. Don't nobody need to judge you. It's gonna come from within. Your book, who you are, is what you put yourself around and coming to you and what you pick and choose. Just like the benefits out here. You're gonna pick and choose what you go after and what you don't go after. And that's going to be the results of you. All right. So don't blame because it is a blame. Somebody can be a cause of things, but we don't want to stay in the mind of that with ourselves. We want to be in a greater place with ourselves to be able to be productive and still grow. Still grow because time is going to go. Time is still ticking. All right. With children, they are still going to grow. You know, my daddy waiting for him to come home. Now I can go to him. And I know where he is. So relationships is extremely important. Limit the time so you'll be effective. You know, know the value in relationship. Communicate. Be honest. Forgive. Work together and share. That is the real true thing of love, willing to listen and learn. You need that time to even eat, sit around, have a sociable moment, work on positive things and being able to share and hold with full understanding. You know, um, one thing I'm big of when I start a party and I say I want to have one, I'm just going to pay for it. I'm not going to do a potluck or anything like that. But if you feel like you want to bring some, that's even a blessing too. But it's just something about me just wanting to prepare that full ideal thing that I wanted to produce. I already have the set. When it's me operating. A lot of people operate with everybody else in mind. That's a great relationship. If you the mama and the daddy, all right. Um, or if you're in a community, or if you're on a board, or if you're on a team with each other, and all that different stuff, because you're going to meet up and get on one accord in order to make that whole situation work. All right. One thing about relationships, you just don't want to pop stuff up on people. That rattle the fence a little bit. It comes in so many different forms, but it's always an opportunity to love, be willing to listen and learn from one another in that moment. But you got to be mindful when you just really putting the pressure on a relationship. And if it's valuable to you, it's no way in human world you just going to keep hurting and breaking something that you love and you think it's okay. That's not right. Because now, I already know what the saying is. You ain't loving yourself. You not loving yourself. I back off of people that's just gonna keep hurting me. Because I'm like, okay, something going on. Something going on. You keep hurting me, I'm backing up. I'm going to say, hey, go back to think. It's 10 keys in the book. You going to have to confess to me some stuff, blah, 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 blah. Ooh, all that good stuff. And then you be whole. Now we have courage. Now we can talk. We got to move forward. Being willing to learn from people in order to feel the relationship and to relate to one another. People act out in their truth. You know, what they do, they can say so much, but what they do is they truth. Lord, my daughter is already like me in my grown state. We had this thing where, when we get to a place, we just, I know I'm like that. I don't really do this right, but she do it, and it's that physical to let me know, okay, mama, okay, yes, my thinking got to get there. It's a feeling of, there's some type of feeling that is not right to me in the relationship. So something got to stop. I'm just not going to let it keep rolling and doing what it's doing without me understanding. Because I can get back to thinking, working on myself. I can get back into loving me. Because I'm built. I'm not building, you know. So the whole thing is I'm not going to be shifted in things. And that is just how I've worked on me. This is nothing to compare to no one else. I don't want anyone else feeling any type of way that may know me personally or don't even know me and feeling some type of way that's not going to produce a positive outcome. What we want to do is just go right back to those keys, think inside of the book. All right. Because we want to be in love and great nature and willing to listen when we're trying to interact with others. We don't want to be a pushover, but I know I'm very opinionated, I mean, because they always want to mess with me. That's why I say and talk too much because I'm always pulled into stuff, I'm a part of things, I'm giving, I'm doing this. So I just be like, forget it. I got to tell you how far I'm going to go, you know, and that's it. That's it. You know, match your words with your actions to gain positive relationship. Voice your need to others and the value you serve in life, ain't nobody just giving nothing out. So you just can't be around in a relationship just to be out to receive and get it. So many songs I hear like, oh, I ain't even gotta ask. I ain't gotta ask because I'm already blessed. It's that relationship. It's the seed that you want to sow. You know, when I want to help others, why will I want to cut if I'm saying I want help in return? What you want? I just wanted people to go to YouTube, subscribe to CRG for Kids. Listen to my baby's. You ain't got to spend no money, but she got a book, and I got a book. Anybody that have come across it, that's and that's just in relationship of knowing. I ain't gonna pull out your pocket for what you gotta do. You got your own mindset of what grounds you want to sow on. I got people sewing into me and want to sew into me and want to do business with me. Why would I even try to treat others wrong? I want to stay blessed. In this, there's going to always be some form of conflict, some test, or anything that come against you. No one is perfect. And know that that divine relationship, if it's a family member, has to be restored if you live on the land of living. That's just a blessing. No more tricking and falsehood. Be open for criticism. Family. Me and I just had a discussion with my little, I love her, my niece. Oh my gosh. Whew, Lord, you talking about when I see them kids, I love them kids so much. The way I feel now is like the way that I'm away from them is crazy because I'm like, I just gotta, like, who did somebody, who did? No. We a team. We've been broke, but don't nobody disrespect my people. We ain't got to go out and find. We gonna stand for the respect and correct the negative action. So I had a discussion with my niece, and it was real deep because I really cared about how she thought. I looked at her reaction on what we were talking about. I looked so deep into her that it was so much love. Lord, I just couldn't even say, all what I wanted to say, but I said what I wanted to say because I'm her auntie. I'm her auntie. When you are auntie, you don't take sides, you don't judge, you don't feel, you listen out and you say your truth. Then you tell what you know and give them the opportunity what they may have. Now, in that relationship, individuals take from it what they take from it. And it may be a whole total different outcome. But what you have to be whole in is in what you done put out there. What you done put out there. Be whole in you. Be whole in the love and the connection that you have with each other. Respect one another. Yeah. I really don't have no problems with none of my people. Because all I want for them is the best. That's it. Know that the way of the world grants nothing but death. That love lives so that others can have life through a woman. Yep, let's talk about the woman. Last film I was talking about today. So, with a woman, she gives birth in the soul, spirit, and in the flesh. Okay. Now, with that ability, we know there has to be a seed, soul, or another component. Okay. Again, we're talking about relationships and how we're here because of connection. In this book, it talks about and deal with you individually, but it's truly a nonprofit organization of a great relationship with everybody that's whole and they bow within themselves to be able to connect and be of a great service in the world, however, and be able to connect with a divine resource because of that divine connection. I want to end this with saying nothing but great things. And that's what we want to practice with a relationship. Stop the falsehood. Stop the tricking. Take criticism. Take what a person tell you. If a person love you, they're gonna tell you. Now, it is some people that they don't even love you. They're gonna tell you some stuff. You know, I don't get a lot of time with people. So my talking and my breathing is real heavy and long because my real time I have learned is with my children, my family, and at home. We have so much to organize and so much to do because we have our own personal goals. In the last week or two, I have put myself out to gain relationships with others. I want you to remember me. Remember my heart. Remember, this ain't just this time. It have been before. People have taken advantage of that. Now I'm letting you know. Now I'm letting you know. Now I'm not letting nothing go. Because it's growth in that. It's a relationship. What we got going, what we had, just because I ain't seen you, where we was at, that's where we was at. And we can deal with that. And we can work on it. But there is a circle that individuals have in their home. And there is a divine connection that they want with others, friends, family. You know, I have to be very careful who I connect with. People don't see me the way I want them to see me. And the love that I have been given has been real when it was given. But the love that individuals may have to be so grounded within themselves for it to be what I was saying, muscle memory. Using that muscle memory and respecting that divine connection, that relationship, not disrespecting your relationship and connection to one another. We want a great life, and life itself, trials and tribulations, ain't gonna bring people in your life. You can pick and choose. You have a choice. You have a reason to be the way you are. So know that you take responsibility in every relationship that you have. I'm going to end this live. I have talked in a good time. I want individuals that, I'm long winded. I can go on and on in personal time. I'm truly excited about creating. I got a dome. I got my dome name locked in. I'm waiting to disactivate the website because of the team. I mean, one thing about it, I do it all. But I do it all in structure of the body of what is needed. But now I know what needs to be done. So this is me lining up what I need to do strategically, writing it down, making it plain to move forward in the things that I fully can do and accomplish and get done myself. Other things I have to do with others. And that is about relationships. Everybody stay blessed, stay safe, cover up. You still have coronavirus coming around. I'm getting ready to quarantine myself. I have been out socializing with others. Any other business that I have to do, we will be doing online or over the phone. God bless you all. Stay encouraged. I'm so happy. Many people that have been blessed. And God bless for the ones that has transitioned. Because there have been many lives that have transitioned. Stay encouraged.